Hello guys, this is me again, Royce Harantilla from B Scream 3 Alpha. So today I will be showing you the instrument used in polygraph examination, which is called the polygraph. So there are two models of the polygraph machine. First we have the Lafayette polygraph, and the second one is the Stoelting deceptograph or polygraph. So today I will just show you or tell you the parts and function of this Stoelting deceptograph. So deceptograph or polygraph is an instrument or device that is capable of producing recordings of physiological phenomena that may be used as the basis for the application of reliable technique for diagnosing truth or deception. So the instrument itself does not detect um, lies, but it only records the physiological changes that occur when the person or the subject tells a lie or deception. It is the examiner who determines deception through the use or the aid of the polygraph instrument or the polygraph machine. So now let's dig right into the first component of the Stoelting deceptograph. So we have the nomograph component. So this component records changes occurring in the respiratory or our breathing system. So the nomograph, it is a device that records respiration and one of the three traditional channels of the modern polygraph used in PDD. And most contemporary polygraphs use two nomograph recordings. Those are the abdominal and thoracic. So the sensors in the polygraph are the traditional convoluted rubber tube, the mercury strain gauge, or the newer piezoelectric. Okay, so under the nomograph component, we have first the nomographic tube. So this tube is a corrugated and stretchable rubberized tube or apparatus that is to be attached to the subject's chest or stomach or both. Inhalation will cause the tube to stretch and subsequently create an upward tracing or movement of the normal pen onto the polygraph chart, while the exhalation, those are the downward tracings thereof. And the second one, we have the beaded chain, which is a freewheeling string of stainless beads with a hook which fastens the nomographic tube onto the subject's stomach or chest. So the second component of the polygraph machine is the cardiograph component. So the cardiographic component records the changes occurring in the human circulatory system, such as our blood pressure and our pulse rates. So cardiograph, that is a general term for any recording of heart activity. In PDD, the use of the blood pressure cuff to monitor relative arterial blood pressure changes and pulse rate is more precisely described as sphygmography, or the recording of the arterial pulse. Or we have also the occlusion plethysmography, or the partial blockage of circulation to measure volume changes in a body part. So under the cardiograph component, we have the arm cuff, the hand pump bulb, and the aneroid blood pressure meter gauge. So the arm cuff shall be attached to the subject's arm. Then the hand pump bulb, this causes the arm cuff to inflate in order to produce blood pressure and pulse rates. And third, the aneroid blood pressure meter gauge measures and monitors blood pressure or blood pressure reading while the polygraphic testing is going on. So take note that the attachment of the cuff to the subject's arm must be centered so we can have a normal recorded pattern of the blood. And in that way, that will produce clearer and precise pressure. So we should always remember the criterion of science, precision, and accuracy. So the third component is the galvanograph. So the galvanographic component is sometimes called as the galvanic skin reflexes or the GSR. So it records the changes occurring in the nervous excretory systems. It has been studied that the brain's activities and electrical charges have been recorded through the epidermal skin reflexes, which pass through the different nerves of the human body. So under the galvanograph component, we have the finger electrodes. These are special types of sensitive metal plates which is to be attached to the subjects end joints of both the index, this one, the index and the ring finger for the recording of the electrical changes. So that's the arms from the brain through the skin. Now let's move on to the fourth component. We have the chemograph, and that is a motorized mechanism that moves strip chart paper at a specified rate. So the current standard in PDD is 6 inches per minute, though historically there have been other speeds. So I will just flash here the inking process, the resuming capillary ink after storage, and adjusting the ink flow for you to know what are the procedures. And another information to clean the pens, just follow the steps listed here below. So the steps: to plug in the unit to a 110 volt power outlet, put inks in the ink container. So we have the upper nomograph, the lower nomograph, the cardiograph, and the galvanograph or GSR. So ultimately, the Stoelting deceptograph utilizes the LX4000 computer polygraph system, which records, stores, and analyzes physiological changes